Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. All right, guys, buckle up, because what I am about to tell you is a game changer for the Dallas Cowboys and perhaps for the entire NFC East. We're just coming out of one of the most unpredictable NFL drafts in recent memory. And if you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed how quiet the Cowboys were in terms of addressing their running back position early on. It's pretty unusual, right? With only Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams on the roster, both talented but still unproven as clear RB1, the Cowboys seem to be playing a little bit of a waiting game. But then, out of nowhere, comes this bombshell. The Dallas Cowboys are in serious talks or maybe even close to pulling off a trade for none other than Alvin Kamara from the New Orleans Saints. Now, if you're a Cowboys fan, you might already be thinking, wait, hold on, Kamara. Isn't he getting a little long in the tooth? It's true, Kamara is 29 now, but don't he let that number fool you. The guy just had one of the best seasons of his career on the ground, rushing for nearly 950 yards on 228 carries, averaging 4.2 yards per carry. That's impressive, especially considering he has been a key part of the Saints' offense for years. And what really makes him valuable, and what sets him apart from many other backs, is his ability as a pass catcher. Last season, Kamara caught 68 passes for 543 yards. That's a weapon you don't find just anywhere, especially not in a player who can take some of the defensive focus off CD Lamb and open up the entire offense. The Cowboys, as we all know, have been searching for that true RB1 to complement Dak Prescott and give defenses a headache. Sure, Jadon Blue is promising as a rookie, and Javonte Williams showed flashes, but let us be honest, they are still unproven as the main guy. Adding Kamara would be a game changer. Imagine the possibilities Dak with a versatile back who can run, catch, and create mismatches. It would elevate the entire offense, making play action more effective, and giving Mike McCarthy even more options to orchestrate a high-powered attack. And for a team that finished last season with a 7-10 record, mostly due to inconsistency, and some injury setbacks, Prescott only played in 8 games. The addition of a veteran of Kamara's caliber could push them over the edge. Now, you might be wondering, what does this mean for the Saints? Well, it's pretty clear that New Orleans is entering a phase of rebuilding. They've even making moves that signal a transition, drafting a second-round quarterback, Devin Neal, and selecting Tyler Show at pick 40. It looks like they're preparing for a future without Derek Carr, who, let us be honest, has been underwhelming at times, and with some serious questions surrounding his ability to elevate the team to playoff heights. The Saints aren't exactly loaded with young talent, and that's why trading Kamara, a player in his prime but now on the older side, makes a lot of sense for them. It's all about building for the future, acquiring draft capital, and trying to hit on young prospects that can lead the franchise back to relevance. And here's where it gets interesting. Reports suggest that the Saints might be looking to move Kamara sooner rather than later, and the Cowboys are right there, ready to pounce. A trade involving a 3rd or 4th round pick seems reasonable, considering Kamara's production and the fact that he is still very effective both on the ground and through the air. The Cowboys could definitely afford that, especially if it means improving their offense and giving Dak Prescott a true weapon. Remember, Prescott is entering a crucial year fully healthy, with a lot to prove. The last time he played more than 10 games in 2023, the Cowboys went 12-5, and with him healthy again, a 10-12 win season is well within reach. What about the bigger picture? Well, the NFL landscape is shifting. The Saints, with their draft picks and young quarterback options, are clearly looking to the future. Rebuilding a team is never easy, but sometimes you have to take a step back to leap forward. The fact that they drafted a quarterback in the 2nd round suggests they were serious about developing new talent at the position, which could ultimately mean that Kamara's days in New Orleans are numbered. Plus, with the team's Super Bowl odds looking grim, FanDuel's latest odds put the Saints' chances at the 4th worst in the league. It's clear they were not expecting much in 2025. This kind of strategic move makes perfect sense. They get draft capital, they clear the roster for a rebuild, and they set themselves up to add young talent in the upcoming drafts. And for the Cowboys, this is a golden opportunity. Acquiring Kamara isn't just about adding a good player. It's about boosting their Super Bowl chances. The NFC is wide open, and with a solid roster and Dak Prescott leading the charge, they're in a prime position to make a deep playoff run. But they need that extra piece, that playmaker who can change the game. Kamara could be that guy. His ability to produce in clutch moments, catch passes out of the backfield, and make defenders miss is exactly what this offense needs to push over the top. Now, let us talk a little about the potential impact. If the Cowboys manage to bring Kamara into the fold, it's not just about the immediate boost. It's about adding a dynamic element to the offense that defenses will have to game plan for. CeeDee Lamb can be double-teamed every play. Defenses will have to account for Kamara's versatility, which might open up even more opportunities for Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and the rest of the receiving core. It could also take some pressure off the offensive line, giving Prescott more time to survey the field. And considering the NFC East is always a dogfight, teams like the Eagles and Giants are no strangers to making aggressive moves. The Cowboys need to stay ahead of the curve. But of course, nothing is set in stone yet. There are questions about Kamara's contract and whether the Saints will be willing to trade him within their division or if they prefer to send him elsewhere. And the Cowboys will have to navigate cap space and draft capital considerations. Still, given the recent moves and the strategic rebuilding the Saints seem to be undertaking, a trade seems inevitable, and it's one that could turn the tide for both teams. Now, let us step back and look at the bigger NFL picture. Trades like this, big, impactful ones, are what make the offseason so exciting. Every move, every decision shifts the balance of power. The Cowboys are always in the mix, and with a move like this, they could finally solidify their status as serious contenders. The NFC is competitive, sure, but adding a player like Kamara could give them that extra edge that separates good teams from great ones. And for the Saints, clearing cap space and acquiring draft picks now might set them up for a brighter future, even if it means a tough 2025 season. As fans, we love these storylines. We love watching teams evolve, players change jerseys, and dynasties rise or fall based on a single move. And I can tell you, this trade talk is just the beginning. We'll have to wait and see how it unfolds, but the potential is enormous. Imagine a Dallas offense with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Alvin Kamara all clicking together. That's a recipe for fireworks, an offense that could be unstoppable on any given Sunday. And don't forget, this isn't just about the offense. It's about the whole team dynamic. The Cowboys' defense has been solid, but they need to control the clock and keep their offense on the field longer. Kamara's ability to grind out yards and extend drives could be exactly what the doctor ordered to stabilize the team and keep their defense fresh. It's about building a complete team offense, defense, special teams, and every piece counts. Kamara's addition could be that missing link, pushing Dallas into the upper echelon of NFL contenders. So what do you guys think? Are the Cowboys really about to make this bold move? Would Kamara fit perfectly into their system? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this trade will happen? And if it does, how much of a difference could it make? Remember, in the NFL, one move can change everything. We've seen it before, and I believe this could be one of those defining moments for Dallas. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're on this journey together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our beloved team. Keep the faith, stay excited, and let us keep the conversation going. This offseason is just heating up, and the Cowboys are right in the middle of it, ready to make some noise.